Okay, hi everyone. Let's begin because we've got quite a lot to cover today, and I'm very scared that we don't have enough time. So let's start now. Okay, so today we're going to go into this chapter, which is functions. Okay, and I will talk a lot. I will talk a little bit about these questions in a little while, but let's do a little bit of revision based on this one lah. Okay, so if you have this module with you, the end of the year test, okay, let's take a look at this and uh, let's try to answer this together as we do revision. Okay, just to remind you that the next two classes are the important ones because we're going to look at chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a very important chapter, but it will take us very long time to revise it. So please make sure that you come tomorrow and the next class. Okay. All right. So diagram 1 shows an ordered pair relation. Okay. So state the domain of the relation. Okay. And the object of 4. Now, whenever you have an ordered pair like this, okay, usually I like to tell people to draw it out lah. Okay, so you have two circles, okay, and then on the left is all this P, Q, R, and S. Okay, so P, Q, R, and S, and we put dot to show that it is an element in the set lah. Okay, and then the right hand side 2, 4, 4, and 6. So 2, 4, and 6. There are 2 times 4, so never mind. Okay, and then after that we pair them up. So P goes to 2, Q goes to 4, R also goes to 4, and S goes to 6. Okay, then we order this one. Okay, from this one, we know a few things lah. Number one, everything that's on the left is known as the domain. Okay, everything on the right is known as the codomain. Okay, these are two very important words that we need to remember, the domain and the codomain. Everything on the left is the domain and everything on the right is the codomain. Okay, and so since they're asking for the domain of the relation, okay, the answer will be P, Q, R, and S. But when we write domain now, we need to write the two squiggly things at the side lah. Okay, so squiggly like that. Okay, but when we write domain, we need to write that. Okay, if we have to write, okay. So besides the domain and codomain, okay, there are a few other words that we use to describe these two groups lah. The group on the left, which is the domain, is also known as the objects. Okay, and the group on the right is known as the image. Okay, but only when we give the answer for domain do we put the squiggly bracket like this. Okay, if we are asked to write the object or the image, we don't write the squiggly bracket. So for example, the object of 4. Okay, the object of 4 means 4 is the image. Okay, so what are the objects of 4? It's actually Q and R because there are 2 bahkan. Okay, so the answer for this will be Q and R. Notice that we don't write the 2 squiggly brackets at the side. Okay, so just to remember this now, if you have a question like this, remember that when we write domain, we write it with the squiggly bracket and then you comma, 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 everything. Okay, but if the question asks you for object lah, for image lah, okay, you don't write the squiggly things. Okay, you just write the this one. Okay, all right. Number 2, given hx equals to 2x plus 10. Okay, and then you're asked to find h negative 2. It's very simple lah. Remember that whatever is in the bracket here, okay, whatever is in the bracket must go, okay, whatever is in the bracket must go into the equation as well. So question A will be h negative 2 equals to 2 times negative 2 plus 10. This will give us negative 4 plus 10, which will give us 6. Okay, it's quite simply done lah. Okay, then the next thing that they ask is the value of k such that the inverse. Okay, so let's talk about inverse function. How do you find inverse function? Okay, so I'm going to switch screen. So you have hx equals to 2x plus 10. Now, the step to find inverse is very standard. Now, if you are asked to find the inverse function of x, okay, how to find the inverse function of x? So this is a very standard step. Okay, let's try to remember this lah. So the first thing you do is you make it equals to y. Okay, just any letter lah. Okay, any letter I want. Okay, and then what you do is you move until you get x alone. Okay, so the first thing you do is you move the 10 across, 2x equals to y minus 10, x equals to y minus 10 divided by 2. Okay, and then what happens after that is, okay, so this one we replace with this. So this will become h minus 1x, okay, and equals to, and then this x, you replace this one. So it become x minus 10 over 2. Okay, so this is how we find an inverse function. And almost any function, actually a lot of functions, you can actually find the inverse function. Okay, but especially at NMATS for 4 level, they usually don't give such a very difficult equation okay, for you to find the inverse function. But the basic step is this. Ini function, kau kasih sama dengan y saja. Okay, you equate it to y and then you pun koci. Okay, just pindah until you finally get x alone, and then you do the substitution correctly. Okay, change the y to x, change the x to the inverse function. So we see that the inverse function is x minus 10 over 2. Okay, so the inverse function, after you kira, is x minus 10 over 2. Question asks us to find the value of this one such that h negative 1k equals to 8. Okay, so let's find h negative 1k. If inside the bracket is k, this one also must become k minus 10 over 2. And then they said that h minus 1k is equals to 8. So 8 equals to k minus 10 over 2. Okay, can you find k, please? Benedict, let's start with Benedict today. Benedict, please change until we can find k, please. 8 times 2 is 16. K minus 10. So k equals to 16 plus 10 equals to 26. Oh, these kind of things I cannot forget one, Otherwise, why are you taking maths? Okay, you. Oh dear. Come on. Okay, let's do number 3. Now, given that gx equals to 2x minus 3, let's first of all g minus 1x. Okay, I gave you the tip just now. If you want to find the gx, if you want to find the inverse function, 2x minus 3 equals to y. Okay, can you please find the inverse function for me, please? Everyone, I want you to try this now. Okay, follow the step that I showed you just now, like this one. Okay, the one I said you kasih sama dengan y and then you pungkoci. Okay, so now the function is gx equals to 2x minus 3. Okay, tell me what is the inverse function of g. Okay, try now, please. I'm going to give you 2 minutes and then I'm going to call somebody. Okay, x plus 3 over 2. Like this, ka? X plus 3 over 2, the way I write that, correct? X plus 3 over 2, yeah, should be correct. Okay, so inverse function is x plus 3 over 2. Kau tim already lah. Okay, so this is x plus 3 over 2. And then they give you this fx. Okay, so now let's talk about this. This is a different skill altogether. First of all, they give you that fgx equals to 6x minus 13. Okay, 6x minus 13. And then they give you that gx is 2x minus 3. Okay, they give you gx equals to 2x minus 3. Kan? Okay, so then they ask you to find what is fx. Okay, so this is the situation where you have two functions that combine, and then they give you one of their function, and then they ask you to find the other function. Okay, so what happens here is this. This is the inside one. Okay, so this is what we call a composite function. Okay, this is what we call a composite function. So I give you the composite function, okay, and I also give you the inside function, because the composite function is a combination of two functions, which is the inside function and the outside function. So we are given gx. Okay, we are given the composite function, we are given the inside function, we are asked to find the outside function. Okay, can okay. So let's talk about the inside outside function now. Okay, so if I give you the composite function, I give you the combined function, and I give you one of the components, which is the inside function. How to find the outside function? Okay, this is the more difficult question. If I give you the outside, ask you to find the inside, that one is a little bit easier. But if I'm giving you the inside, find the outside, it's a little bit more difficult lah. So good thing that we're answering the more difficult one. Okay, so I give you the composite function, we start from there. So f, okay, is the outside, and I give you the inside. So we put the inside one inside. 2x minus 3 equals to 6x minus 13. I'm putting the gx into the gx over here lah. Okay, now when this happens, there's really nothing much you can do. Yeah, there's really nothing much you can do. Okay, except for this step. This is a very standard step, and good thing that we're revising this today lah. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is make this inside function, okay, equals to u, 2x minus 3. Okay, again, maybe some of you are asking, kenapa kita kena kasih sama dengan u? Let me just tell you for now, okay, if you want to know why, then at university level, they will explain to you lah. But right now, what we need to know is this is the step, how to do this. Okay, so let's try to understand the step first lah. And then maybe if you want to take admets in the future, further admets, okay, then we will know why we use this letter. You can use any letter lah, but I like to use the letter U lah. Okay, it's a very standard letter. A lot of books use this. So again, you move across, okay, until you get only the x on one side. So this will be u plus 3 divided by 2. Okay, and what happens here is this one, okay, the x, x equals to u plus 3 divided by 2, right? You replace in here, and then this 2x minus 3 you replace in here. So 2x minus 3 equals to u. Okay, so it will be f, and then I'm going to put the u inside here, because 2x minus 3 equals to u. Okay, and then after that equals to, okay, 6, and then I'm going to replace the x with this one. Okay, u plus 3 over 2, and then I'm going to do minus 13. Okay, and so what I'm going to get is fu equals to, this is 3, this is 1, so 3u plus 9 minus 13, which will give us equals to 3u minus 4. Okay, and then from here, there's only one more step left. Change the u to x. 3x minus 4. Okay, now everyone, this is a very standard question. It's a very standard step. Okay, if you do this again and again and again, you will remember the step one. If you just do one question and then you expect to remember, it's not going to happen. Okay, you have to keep practicing this. Remember the situation. The situation is, I give you the combined function, I give you the inside function, find the outside one. This is the more difficult question, which is good. Because if I give you the outside, find the inside, that one is much easier. Okay, the one actually you can read textbook. But this is the standard step. Okay, the inside function, you make become letter U. And then you pun koci. Okay, you pindah supaya kamu dapat X. And then you replace the X and you replace the inside function so that everything is in the letter U. Then you simplify. Okay, if you really want to know why do we have to do this, is no other way easier ka? Yes, there's no other easier way. This is the easiest way. And you know why we have to do this? Because guys, if the function inside f2x minus 3 like that, right? is so complicated, bah. Macam mana kamu mau buat? You cannot do anything. Because the one that you want to replace here is so complicated, 2x minus 3. So I replace it with one letter. Because we are always used to fx, gx, fy, gy. See, everything inside one letter, one letter, one letter, one letter. So we do that to make our job easier. And this is the easiest method that I can tell you how to do this. Okay, so go and practice this. Go and practice how to do composite function, given the inside, find the outside. That one is the more difficult question actually. Okay, that one is actually the more difficult question. All right, let's go to the next question, which is number 4. Gosh. Okay, given the function, is there any more? Yeah, this is the last one for this one. Okay, given the functions fx like this, okay, and then gx is like this. Okay, first find the inverse function of x. Now, same thing, everybody. Inverse function means the 3x minus 4 over 6 equals to y. And then you move across. Kan? Okay. How come we use 3x minus 4 over 6? Why we never use 3x plus 8? Because, hello everybody, open your eyes. What letter is this? This is letter F, kan? So letter F means we use this one lo. Why you want to kacau with this G? Jangan kacau to G. Okay. So everyone, please find the inverse function of x. Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do this. And then I'm going to call somebody to answer this. All right. Do it now. Do it now. 6x plus 4 over 3 is your inverse function. Okay, and then after that, you combine or you composite this together with this. So let me rewrite this. So our inverse function of x is 6x plus 4 over 3. And then the gx according to the question is, hold on, is 3x plus 8. Okay, so we want to find we want to find the inverse. Okay, inverse and then gx. So the first thing we do is we put the gx in. Okay, so we have inverse and then the gx is 3x plus 8. Okay, now remember, everything that is in this bracket, okay, must appear in the equation. So this will be 6 and then 3x plus 8, okay, plus 4 over 3. Okay, composite function now is also another skill that that very important lah. Okay, actually it's not Meichi answering, right? It's Sinbury. Okay lah, fine lah. Okay, so this will be, I'm sure Meichi has a very good explanation why she cannot give me the answer lah. I'm sure it's so good. All right, so 18x plus 48 plus 4, okay, over 3. Okay, and so when you calculate this, okay, you will get 48 plus 4. This will give you 18x plus 52 over 3. Is that true? Yeah. Okay, 52 over 3 cannot lah. We cannot do much about this. So this will be 6x plus 52 over 3. Okay, so that will be our answer lah. Actually, you can leave your answer like this, or you can leave your answer like this. Also, it's okay either way. Okay, but the idea is this, guys. In these 4 questions that we've covered, actually we've covered most of the basics lah. The most important thing is how to find the inverse function. So I want to go through these exercise questions with you, just to give you an idea of how the exam questions are like. Okay, and also to help you a little bit lah. Okay, so given the function of fx equals to 3x plus c, and then inverse x is mx plus 4 over 3, find the value of m and c. Okay, so if they give you this one and they give you this one, but you see, it's like not the same at all, right? The one thing that you should not be doing is 3x plus c equals to mx plus 4 over 3. This one definitely cannot. Does it make sense? Of course it doesn't make sense. Look at these 2 equations, everybody. One is fx and one is f minus 1x. how can it be the same? Kan? It's like saying that Sinbury and I are the same person. No, we are not. One is a guy, one is a girl. How can it be the same? So if it is not the same, we need to find a way to make it the same. Okay, and the only way to make it the same is change fx to become f minus 1x. Okay, change this fx into f minus 1x. Okay, and then after that you compare both inverse function of x, the one that you change and the one that they give. When you compare, then you can get the value of m and c. Okay, it's a very, very basic question. Again, okay, requiring you to know how to find the inverse function. Right? Question B. Given the function fx equals to mx plus n, and then the gx is like this, such that m and n is not constant, express m in terms of n such that fg2 equals to 5. Okay, so many steps to this. First step is find fgx first. Okay, find fgx. That's the first thing you need to do. Combine these two functions together to find fgx. Okay, and the second step after that is substitute. Okay, substitute x equals to 2 because you have fg2. Okay, and then after that, equate to 5. Okay, kasih equate to 5. Okay, and then after that, express. If m in terms of n means m equals to yada 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 like that lah. Okay, it's a 4-step question. Each of it is this is a 3-mark question lah. In the exam, it is a 3-mark question. It's very simple. Again, let me remind you, this is the skill that you need to learn. How to combine two functions, okay, to make a composite function. Okay, that I tell you the same thing lah. Okay, it's like that only one. Find the inverse, find the composite, find the inverse, find the composite. This one you must kuasai dahulu. Okay, if this one also you cannot do, then wow, then you shouldn't be in this class. I'm seriously telling you. Okay, all right. Number 2, given GF and then given GF like this. Okay, find the value of P. Okay, so let me. So if GFP squared plus 1, now remember what I said just now? I said that whatever that is in this bracket must appear again over here. Must appear again. Okay, so if now inside the bracket is P squared plus 1, so GF P squared plus 1 equals to negative 2 P squared plus 1 minus 1. And then they also say that this one is also equals to this. Oh, so 5p minus 6 equals to negative 2p squared plus 1 minus 1. Okay, and then I'm going to show, saya tunjuk sampai sini sajalah. Okay, solve to find p. Okay, it will definitely have EQN. Okay, it will definitely have EQN. Okay, so find the value of p. So again, everybody, okay, replacing the function, okay, inside is correct. All right, question B, given fx equals to modulus of 2x minus 3, state the range of fx based on the domain. Okay, state the range. So if they give you the domain of negative 1 to x to 3, what you do first is you make a table, okay, x and then fx. So x is negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you find the fx for every value. So if x equals to negative 1, you substitute here 2 times negative 1 minus 3 modulus. Kan? So this will give you minus 2 minus 3 modulus. This will give you positive 5 because modulus. Okay, so you have 5 over here. Okay, and then you finish everything like 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you finish everything, if you want to know the range, right? The range is the smallest number to the biggest number. Okay, so I'm going to give you the sample answer lah. Okay, so the smallest fx less than fx less than the biggest fx. Okay, I don't know which is the smallest and which is the biggest. You take a look at these five values. Okay, you substitute the negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, smallest fx, biggest fx. This is your range. Okay, how to write the answer of range. For example, 0 less than fx less than 5. For example, if the biggest number is 5, then 0, then 5. Okay, smallest number, hold on, let me see. Okay, sorry, smallest number should be 0. You know why? Because modulus. Modulus means there's nothing that is less than 0. The smallest number is 0, no negative number. Okay, now find the value of x such that fx equals to 5. That means they're telling you that fx equals to 5. Modulus of 2x minus 3 equals to 5. Now, I've mentioned this before. If you have a modulus and you want to find the values of x, right, you have to split it into two answers. 2x minus 3 equals to 5 and 2x minus 3 equals to negative 5. Okay, so you will get two values of x. Okay, all right. So, hold on. Okay, so these four questions, these four questions are a part of your homework for today. Okay, again, take the homework as a revision. Okay, if you expect that when you do revision, you answer in 2 or 3 minutes, then you're lying to yourself. Nobody study for 2 or 3 minutes and then suddenly become very 聪明 one, right? Correct or not? Okay, take time to study, sit down and try to properly understand. Don't understand, watch this video again. Okay, and of course you must try. Okay, you cannot just turn on the video and then like let it play just like background music on YouTube. No lah. Okay, you must try. All right, now these last two questions are higher level questions, but actually not that difficult lah. Okay, so diagram shows the mapping of x to y by the function of fx equals to 3x plus 2. So x to y is fx, okay, which is 3x plus 2. Mapping of y to z is this one, gy. Okay, like that. Okay, what these two numbers is telling you is this. f1 equals to 5. Okay, from 1 become 5. And then the second one is this one. G5 equals to negative 2 because the n is negative 2. Okay, so quite an important thing over here lah. Now take a look at this. Find the value of m. M appears in this equation. Okay, do we have enough information over here to find m? Actually we do lah. Okay, if G5 equals to negative 2, I can say that m over 2 times 5 minus 3 equals to negative 2. Okay, I'm replacing the 5 with the gy. Okay, with the gy, g5. Okay, and then I'm making it equals to negative 2. So from here you find m. Okay, second question. Function that maps y to x. What is this known? If x to y is fx, y to x is inverse of fx. So actually it's just find f inverse of x. Okay. Of course, I'm not going to ask you to do it now because just now I waited for 10 minutes for the answer and then another person answered. So, you know what? You do what you can where you are lah. Okay. So, hold on. All right. Third one, find the function which maps x to z. Okay, x to z. Okay, if you want to go from x to z, it will be gfx. Okay, let me remind you. If you're going from if you're going from x to z, This is the first function, this is the second function, this is the outside, this is the inside. Okay, so g f x is the answer that you're looking for. Of course, you have to find the function of g f x lah. Okay, you already found the function of g, you already found the function of f, so find the function of g f x. Kasi combine. Okay, if this kind of question comes out, this will be a paper 2 question. Okay, it's a very standard paper 2 question, maybe about 8 marks. Yeah, it's about 8 marks question. All right, one last one, then we'll call it a day. So diagram shows a square cardboard with length of 24 cm on each side. Okay, a square from each corner, okay, is cut out as shown in the diagram. Okay, then the cardboard is folded into an open box with the height of x cm. So express the volume of the box as the function of the length x. Walao, so complicated. Hold on. Okay, express the volume. The volume of a box is the volume of the box is the height is x, right? Okay, so if this box we do this, right? So this length, okay, will be 24 minus 2x because we already cut out the x over here. Okay, and then this length will also be 24 minus 2x. So the base times the height, the base times the length times the height. So number 1 will be v equals to 24 minus 2x times 24 minus 2x times the height. The height will be x. Okay, it will be an open box lah, but there's still a height over there. We just want to know what is the volume. Okay, so you expand this and you get the final answer. Okay, second question. Find the volume of the box if 3 cm square is cut out. Okay, so substitute. Substitute x equals to 3. Okay, once you substitute x equals to 3, then you should be able to get the answer already lah. Okay, so you know what? Try to answer these questions lah. There are 6 questions altogether. Okay, it's good for revision purposes.